we're so thrilled. This Hall of Fame project has really taken off. After tonight, we will have had 42 inductees into the Brooklyn Jewish Hall of Fame. So that's really good. Don't be shy about applause. You know, we're doing that this evening. I want to make a couple of comments, which is to start out with, you notice this is a free event, and there's a reason for that. We want each and every one of the inductees to know they're being selected because of their accomplishments in their lives, and because we respect it, and because they deserve every bit of admiration that this Hall of Fame involves. It's very, very important because too many times in not only the Jewish community but otherwise, people are selected because they can help in terms of raising money. That's not what this is about. And we want to thank the City Council, which has been wonderfully supportive. We'll hear from...
And of course, Judge Rachel Fryer, those who know of her history and her groundbreaking accomplishment, more words need not be said except that she's doing a tremendous job on the bench. She's a wise legal scholar who is lending her voice of credibility to the position that she was elected to, and she's doing our community very proud tonight to welcome this incredible class of inductees that all have contributed to Brooklyn in many ways. Thank you for having me. I'm proud to support this work, and I'm grateful for everybody here tonight for everything that you do. Thank you.
We're going to move into the Hall of Fame portion of the evening, and I'm going to start with introducing. It takes a certain kind of person to be able to move up, move on, say, there are things that I want to accomplish in life, and to be able to be that role model for so many other women. And in looking at your accomplishments and all of the things that you've done, not just being the first judge, but the respect to, you know, to women, to be able to have an emergency service, to all of the things that you've accomplished really set a role model for women in the Jewish community. And I'd like you to expand a little bit on the driving force, on how you were able to accomplish some of those things. What your value system in being able, growing up in Brooklyn, in Borough Park, and how that helped contribute to the role model that you've set for the future of Jewish women here.
Thank you. Well, first let me take my drink of water. Okay. I'll make my bracha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shakol niyeh b'dvaro. And that bracha really encapsulates my whole persona, is that everything that happens is because God wants it to happen. And if you want something to happen, you just really have to work hard and believe that God controls the world, and then anything is possible. So I really want to thank my husband and my sons that are sitting here, and my mother, my sister, my aunt who are sitting here, because without my supportive family, I couldn't have accomplished anything. So my mother raised us girls, telling us, girls, you could do anything you want to, so long as it isn't illegal, immoral, or against the Torah. So here I was growing up as a Beis Yaakov girl in Borough Park, knowing that the world is wide with opportunity. I didn't feel constrained. I didn't feel restricted. I knew I had rules, but I knew that I could really go far. And thank God my husband is very supportive, and that's how I was able to accomplish things. But it's really my faith that God runs the world. And I had so many naysayers all along my path, all along my journey. And I still have them because I'm still on my journey. I haven't finished. And people are always telling me, it's never going to happen, it's never going to happen. I'll always say, how do you know it's never going to happen? If God wants it to happen, it's going to happen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm Hasidic. It doesn't matter if I have my restrictions. Because if God wants me to succeed, I'll get there. I think my campaign was the most exciting campaign. Borough Park rocked. I mean, you had to see my boys with their long side curls, their long payas, saying, vote for Fryer, says my mama. And you know what? it worked. So I think that all of us sitting here are all part of something wonderful. We're all the part of the tapestry of Judaism, the tapestry that you can only have in Brooklyn. I don't think I could have done what I've done any place other than Brooklyn. So I thank God for that opportunity.
How do you find the balance between your home life and your professional life? And I mean, I know, I'm a professional, I'm modern Orthodox, and, I'm cooking dinner on Friday for 20 people, and, suddenly people show up, the kids show up, and it's like finding that balance between professional life and doing what you want to do professionally and accomplishing it, between the tugs that come from your home life, and being able to keep that balance and maintain that. I so admire your ability to do that.
Well, thank you so much. I think it's really like, we say that it's siyata dishmaya, it's really divine providence. Just pray a lot and hope that God helps me. I was once interviewed by a talk show host from Israel, and she said to me, she said, Ruchi, you sit in criminal court and you hear about these awful crimes, and how do you go home and, leave that in the court? And I thought for a moment, and I said, Robertson, I think it's the other way around. I bring my home, my background, my values with me. The concept of standing up for what's right, belief, emunah, faith, bitachon, all those concepts, if you have them with you. And I thank my teachers from Beis Yaakov. Growing up, I was born in Crown Heights. My parents moved to Borough Park when I was about a year old. And I think those values that we grew up with, and luckily I had my grandparents who were Holocaust survivors, and they also always taught us, be so proud that you live in America. Be so proud that you're American, because you have opportunities that we didn't have back in Hungary. So my mother always told us, go for it. My father also, my father thought I was a lawyer before I was a lawyer. I remember he calls me up when he says, Ruchi, I was in Manhattan, and I bought one of these magazines, the top 50 lawyers in the country. I didn't see your name here. But that's it. If you believe in your children and you instill in them that faith and that concept that they could succeed, you can get there. I think that's really my story.
Thank you so much.
We're going to ask Adam Richmond to join her.
Refreshing to see a judge speak into a mic like this, not going, I like beer, and showing calendars. Devil's Triangle is not a drinking game. Okay.